Welcome to The Buzz. I'm Lorelai.
And I'm Jackson. And today we have in studio with us visual art, music producer, and radio show host L. Steve Williams.
Steve has designed and created a public art sculpture that he hopes to install in several areas around the New Orleans metro area, including Plaquemines Parish. It is based on his Florida Love design, and it is a moving sculpture, and it's really cool.
It is, and I love the symbolism behind it. It is all about one culture being one that is based in always helping one another through crisis, being strong, and withstanding anything we need to, and doing it with love.
I am so very excited to announce our first ever winner of the Masterclass subscription.
Me too. This subscription is so cool and has almost about everything you could ever want to learn new skills.
Yes, from music to writing to cooking, it seriously has everything.
I don't know what's even my favorite. Maybe the acting class by Natalie Portman.
Either way, there's so much to offer, which is why we are so excited to announce our winner. Congrats, Jay Slikowski. You are the winner of a free 1-year subscription to Masterclass. Thanks so much for your suggestion.
It's a great suggestion. We definitely want to do it.
Someone will be in contact with you to get you your free subscription. Again, congrats. I hope you enjoy it.
And remember everyone, you can be a winner too. All you have to do is comment an idea or a question or a suggestion on our Facebook page. That's all that's to it. There's a link to the Facebook page down in the description.
And now we are going to head back to the studio with Jackson, who is interviewing L. Steve Williams about his amazing sculpture.
And we are back in the studio. Welcome to The Buzz, Mr. Steve.
Thank you.
Can I call you Steve? Just
Yes,
Steve?
yes.
Okay. I know you have a long history with Liaya, and we have always appreciated your support. We have done the art show that you produce each year, Rock Art Circus. I want to talk about that for a minute, just before we get onto your Florida Love sculpture. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Okay, so will the show go on this year?
I put out a message for people to send in submission with also saying we don't know what our city's going to do with the COVID and if places are open. Right now I've been having it at a tiki bar at Portside Lounge for the past 2 years.
That's interesting.
And but we don't know what's going to happen. So if I cannot have it or find another place to have it, I'm probably doing it in my backyard.
That's one heck of a way to sponsor a show. I know it must be really hard with everything that's going on. It must be really difficult for you to get it running. Adding on to this, are you actually taping applications from artists who are sending in stuff?
Yes. Yes, I am. All you have to do is look up 504 What Style at cox.net, or if you just type in 504 What Style, it'll lead you to me. And just send a JPEG and information about it, and I'll reply back and tell you what's going on this year. I'm doing, like everything's off the cuff right now because we don't know what's going to happen.
And how long do people have to still submit stuff?
I believe it's the end of the month, and that'll be, I think the 25th, but that's what I'm looking at trying to get done.
Wonderful, so people still
So
have
I have
a lot
all of
time.
October to get ready. It's the second week in November, which is the 14th, but, so I have enough to make sure I got everybody on board.
It's nice still for people to still have the time to put in to the work and get stuff ready. I love how you're buying into the community and wanting them to show off their art to other people and outside of their own show. You know what? In addition, Miss Jo has participated in the art show each year, and many of us have gone to it, let me tell you. It is unlike any art show that I know about. I love that you use the designs of different guitars and the logo each year. As a guitarist, I really appreciate it. Can you tell us about the one you used this year?
Well, the one I used this year is a 1968 Marlin Idol B-26 bass.
That is a lot of
So
words.
I always try to find some unique looking artsy piece, and the shape of the guitar then I turn into a type of mask.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Like a sugar skull design.
Yeah, dated Delos Mortis, and then also symbolism and carvings on building, all ancient stuff.
That is really cool. That reminds me. What's that? What's that showing up over there? Is that the design? That's an interesting looking design. Look at that thing.
Exactly.
That is really cool looking.
Really cool.
That is really cool. You put a lot of work into that. Let me tell you, it looks really good out there.
Jackson, you did. I'm sure. And working with Miss Joni, we met, I don't know, through another project that we did, maybe 2000, and became instant friends. And then when she started this, and I'm all about working with creative people. I taught school with teaching kids art, and working with y'all is great.
You really were a teacher?
Yeah, I was after school, just like program for ISL,
cool.
And it was really
You were the
interesting.
cool teacher. You were the cool
teaching
teacher.
comic book, yeah, it's a little rough, but maybe it comes by the end. Once they get used to where they could get them under control to behave, to create.
That is so cool to hear that for so long you've actually done what you can to get and inspire kids to be creative with art. And like I do with music, I express myself through music. You can express yourself in so many different ways through art, and you really, really replicate that, especially in the sculpture that you recently made. It looks awesome, by the way. I just want to say I love it. I love the design.
Been wanting to get it out for many, many years.
You know what? If anyone is interested in submitting something to my man Steve right here, his art show, and to all of the tabs and all the information, links, all in the description. Right before the comment section, you can't miss it. So if you have anything and you want to send it to this man right here, go ahead, find that link, go in there, send a JPEG, get in touch with this man. Anyways, we're gonna have the contact info out there and links.
Sure.
So hopefully we're gonna be getting a lot of applications for you, so you have a lot more interesting designs and people to talk to.
Right.
Anyways, let's join Lorelai and take a look at the Fleur de Love sculpture.
Great.
Hi everyone. So Steve, what gave you the idea for this Fleur de Love design?
Well, back in about 1995, 96, I just was drawing around that fleur-de-lis was a hot item that was out on the street and in New Orleans, and people were buying it, and I was like, everybody was using the same fleur-de-lis.
Yeah.
So I came up with the Fleur de Love, and I was in love at the time, and formed it, and I kept changing it and making it into different things, and I kept seeing new life in it.
That's cool. So, but when did you decide to turn it into a public art sculpture?
That's been a long time, it's a long time since I made it. I kind of envisioned it and did little different things for it, and then, we meeting the right people and things, and this year it all fit into place, and voila. We made it, and this is the prototype. But actually, this is the 5th prototype. The other ones were made out of wood with toothpicks and stuff.
Yeah.
But this one is the actual movable kinetic sculpture. So when the wind blows, it'll take you, and it's called, little theme I have with it is spread the love with the Fleur de Love. And as it spins, it hypnotizes you to think calmly and loving thoughts.
Yeah, no, for sure. Can you tell us about what it means to you? What should we take from it, and what does it symbolize?
From being in Louisiana, and we know all the storms and things like that, and to educate people about, I'm a member of the United Home and Nation, so this is planting the seed of the past and growing to the present and into the future by sending it out. Symbolize love, growth, positive energy. We're in a time of a lot of hate for no reason, and I just think we need something positive to bring a little bit of love in our lives.
I definitely agree.
There we go. Y'all heard all of that? Well, my phone went off, sorry. But
with all the hate in the world, definitely we need some love in our lives.
Yes. And that was sort of the thing, and it just happened. I guess it's always in timing from the way my life's been, and I got it together, and I think it came out fabulous. I would love to get it like 15 feet tall,
so
and have it on on the neutral grounds in that area all over, just so you're driving and you're sitting in traffic and you see this just doing its thing. I think it'll be a great positive part of your, or in the sculpture garden, any parks or schools, wherever. If you need one in your living room like this, we can make one for your living room in your front yard. But it does take a little while. It's not just like you can push a button and go, hey, I want it, click, and I got it, and it's delivered. So it's, all handmade, and it's work with the team, and they're great.
Yeah.
They are.
All right. Well, so if you want a sculpture like this, you can put in a commission and it will be made for you. You could get small ones for like your table in your kitchen, or like he said, for your front yard, you could get one like this.
And I also have some acrylic ones, so I can make different things. I also have necklaces, and you could cut this out, and you could weld one on my porch, on my wrought iron porch. It's just I like the design, and I just try to be loving about things.
That is always a good approach. Wow, it's
It's very peaceful when you have it out in the yard and it's just blowing around.
It is very peaceful to look at. Well, I think that's about all we have for this segment. So we will see you in the next one.
Thank you, Lorelei.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, everyone.
Up next on The Buzz, we have book reviews with Megan.
Thanks, Lorelei. This week's book is an interesting and so fitting on with what's going on in 2020. It's Quarantine, a Love Story by Katie Cook.
Oh my God, don't tell me that someone's made a book about the coronavirus quarantine. I mean, already?
Not exactly. It isn't about the coronavirus, which is a very nice change for once.
It really is.
It was actually published in March of 2019, so long before the coronavirus. The book is about Flora and Oliver, two teenagers who met on a plane on their way from Dominican Republic to New York.
Yeah.
But they do get stuck due to a virus outbreak.
Oh no.
No, not the coronavirus. Anyway, Flora kisses Oliver, causing them to be in quarantine together, and their relationship gets publicized. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, that seems very dramatic.
It is. I would definitely say this book is a drama for sure.
I agree. So, why don't you tell us what you thought of the book?
Oh, I thought it was amazing. Very compelling. I never wanted to stop reading. It had a lot of hidden romance and drama, and it kept making me want more and more. I also connected with the characters, which is a really big, important, and a good book.
I agree for sure.
I connected with Flora the most because I understand how she's trying to get Oliver's attention and how she felt the frustration when she didn't get his attention and she wanted to, because I have been through that before.
Yeah.
And it's very, very frustrating.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I mean, I guess that kissing a boy and getting stuck with him in quarantine is a surefire way to get his attention.
Yeah, I should probably try that.
Wait, that's...
No, I'll never do that.
Okay.
Never in my lifetime.
So, you told us the things you like about the book. Was there anything that you didn't like about this book?
One thing that's been bugging me since I read it was the book is left with a cliffhanger.
Oh my gosh.
This is really good for the reader to want more, but there's not even another book, and it doesn't even have an epilogue. So the cliffhanger is not really important.
Yeah.
I was so upset when I finished the book and there's not another one. I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah, I do get your frustration. I cannot stand cliffhangers.
If I was the author, I would definitely write another book or at least a sequel to know what's going on in the relationship. If they're together, apart, they're getting jealous, and all the types of things in between.
Oh yeah, for sure. But despite that, would you recommend this book?
Yes, I would definitely really recommend this book despite the cliffhanger. It's romantic and dramatic and even has a little bit of funny parts in it. If you like those things, then you'll definitely like this book.
Well, what age group do you think it's targeted to the most?
I would say 10 to 13-year-olds would like the book the most, but anyone in their teens probably would like it. If you're looking for a book to get started on the drama and romance, this one is the one for you.
Yeah, you know what? I really love the romance and drama genre, so I may have to look into this book.
Definitely. So that's my book review of Quarantine, a Love Story by Katie Cook. If you're interested in this book, it's available on Amazon, and the link is in the description below. Keep tuning in to The Buzz for more book reviews, and if you have any books you would like me to review, please leave them in the comments and I'll be sure to check them out.
Okay, so maybe the book doesn't sound that bad, but tell us what you guys think. Leave some comments down below about what you think about the book and any suggestions for Megan's books that she review next.
Yes, please comment. We would love to know, and maybe we'll feature your comment in our next episode.
Ooh.
We also want to remind you to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a thing. Ring the bell. Also, happy Labor Day weekend, everyone.
Oh yeah, 3-day weekend is always a great reason to celebrate.
Well, yes, it is, Jackson, but many do not know why we celebrate the first Monday in September. Most just see it as the 3-day weekend at the end of summer.
Well, that's sad. Don't forget, Labor Day is always a good chance to have a family BBQ or take a trip to the beach while, maintaining social distancing, of course.
Or you can shop Labor Day sales.
And hot dogs. And there's also fireworks, and there's so many good things you can do.
Yeah, those things are fun, but it is really about celebrating the laborers and their contribution to the strength and prosperity of our nation. Something we need to celebrate and be thankful for, especially this year.
That's right, Lorelai. Labor Day was first declared a national holiday in 1894. At the time, it was common for people to work in 12 hours a day, 6 days a week for very, very low wages.
And they were also in dangerous conditions.
That too. The history of Labor Day is full of the strength, struggle, and determination that our country was built upon.
Labor Day was made a national holiday after many labor unions and workers decided to protest and halt production and railroad traffic due to the unfair working conditions. And you know what? Good for them.
The protests stopped our country in its tracks, and Labor Day was made an official holiday as part of the deal made for fair working conditions, labor laws, and fair wages.
Make sure to have a great and safe Labor Day weekend, everyone. And while you are having your barbecue, take a moment to think about the strength and determination of the men and women.
Past, present, and future workers in our labor force. They're the backbone of our country
Yes.
and deserve to be celebrated.
We hope everyone has a great Labor Day weekend. That's it for The Buzz. I'm Lorelai.
And I'm Jackson.
We'll be sure to see you around the hive. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.